Are you faith-driven? I said one question, but two questions. Are you faith-driven? Is faith that thing that makes you do what you do? Is faith that force that propels you? Is faith that motivating factor in your life? What is this thing called faith? Some might define it as total trust. Belief in something that cannot be empirically proven. All right. Now, as good Christians, you have a good idea of what faith is. Hebrews 11:1 says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, and the evidence of things not seen. In 1995, here at the Piedmont Annual Conference hosted by St. James, the ordination sermon was preached by Bishop T. Larry Kirkland. I was ordained a deacon that day. And Bishop Kirkland told of his growing up in a large family in Alabama. He vividly described that sometimes he would come home from school and see on the top of the wood-burning stove a bubbling cast iron skillet full of brown gravy. Now, he could not see up in the warmer. Now, I know it's young adult night, but somebody knows about a wood-burning stove and knows what the warmer is. Now, he could not see up in the warmer, nor could he reach up there. But the gravy was an indicator that some chicken was somewhere. The gravy was the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Now, as vivid as this image might be, you might be able to relate to it. So, what does this thing called faith look like? Let's focus on our sermonic text found in 2 Kings. I think here we will not only see what faith looks like, we will also see someone who is faith-driven. We only have to look at the history of African people in the diaspora and our own foreparents who started our institutions such as the AME Church and Allen University and the organizations for the betterment of our people, having little more than sweat and determination. If we want to come reacquainted with faith-driven people. But here, I'm going to show my bias. Because I think that the Shunammite woman in this evening's text is a perfect example of one who was faith-driven. Now, I'm certain that this story was probably written to show the mighty power of the man of God, Elisha. It was supposed to be all about Elisha. It could not have been written to tell this woman's story. The author does not even give us her name. But thank God, the author shows us her faith. From the outset, we know that she's wealthy. We know that she has a gift of discernment because when she sees Elisha frequently passing through, she says that he must be a holy man of God. Isn't that a powerful testimony? Someone sees you walking and they know that you are walking with that God. That's a powerful testimony. When folks see you walking back and forth, do they say that must be a holy man of God? That must be a holy woman of God. I'll move on. So in addition to providing him with meals, she, on her own initiative, suggests to her husband that they should build a dwelling place for Elisha, a place where he could stay when he passed through. The Shunammite woman takes an initiative that would have more commonly been taken by her husband. So we know that she's an independent thinking woman. This extraordinary act of kindness shows us the depths of her hospitality, not to mention her faith.
All right.
Elisha is enjoying the guest quarters and is so appreciative of her kindness that he asked his servant Gehazi to get the woman so he might find out how he might repay her.
Right.
But when he asked her if he could speak a good word on her behalf to the king, if he could whisper something on her behalf in the bishop's ear, she refuses and says that she has all that she needs. But Elisha, in consultation with Gehazi, discerns that she is childless and her husband is old. He says to her that this time next year she will have a son. And she says to the prophet, don't toy with my emotions. Don't raise my hopes for something as important as this. And Elisha has touched on a deep need. Maybe even so deep until the woman herself had forgotten where she hid at. The longing for motherhood. You know, everybody has wants and needs. They may look good and confident on the outside. They may look comfortable and successful, but no matter how high or low, how rich or how poor, we all have some deep needs that are just waiting to be touched by God. And true to his word, the next year, the woman had a son. The son is growing, and she's glowing. But one day, the son is in the field with his father, and collapses from what could possibly be described as a heat stroke. The father sends the lad back to his mother by one of the servants. The son is in her arms. The son is on her lap. And he dies.
All right. Yeah.
He dies. The promise of the prophet dies. Her hope for the future dies. Her long-awaited fulfillment dies.
Go ahead.
Dies. And she takes him. The prophet's promise. And she lays him on the prophet's bed. In the prophet's room.
All right.
And decides, I'm going to get the prophet. She calls to her husband and tells him to send a servant and a donkey so that she might go and get the prophet and bring him back. I'm running for Christian education. I don't know the Bible, but this is where the story gets strange for me.
All right.
She has rushed and gone to get the husband, to get a servant and a donkey. And the husband wants to know, what for? Why go to him today is the question that she asks. He says, it's not Sabbath or the new moon. simply replies, "It will be all right." Shouldn't he be doing something? Shouldn't he understand? How could he have been with her all these years and not understand? How could he see her glowing smile for 9 months and not understand? How could he see the grief in her eyes and on her face and not understand? I guess I shouldn't be surprised. He didn't see what she saw in the son. The prophet's promise. Years ago when Elisha was passing through, he didn't see what she saw in him. I guess it shouldn't be much of a surprise. Some of us have been in relationships and marriages and friendships for years. Yet those closest to us don't understand our faith. They don't understand the calling on our lives. They don't understand the cost of discipleship that we must do. They love us and they often try to support us the best way they know how. But they really don't understand. How could they? They have not felt what we have felt. They have not seen what we have seen. How could they? They have not experienced what we have experienced. I guess we all should understand how it feels to have our faith misunderstood. No Sabbaths. No new moons. Why bother? It's not Sunday. It's Wednesday. Why go to Bible study? It's not Sunday. It's no new moons. Why go to lay meeting, a WMS meeting, or official board meeting? No Sabbath. No new moons. You gonna be at Long Cane all day long, all week long, and then go back for the evening service every night. No Sabbath. No new moons. Why go to choir rehearsal? Why help in the food pantry? No Sabbath. No new moons. It's Wednesday. Why go to prayer meeting?
All right.
No Sabbath, no new moons. What could you possibly expect to find? What could you possibly be looking for? Answers? Healing? A miracle? And she answered, "It will be all right." And we answer, "It will be all right." And we go on. And she went on. And she drove on until she got to Mount Carmel. Not in Gray Court. But she got to Mount Carmel. The place where the man of God was. The place where the prophet who promised her son was. Elisha and Gehazi saw her coming, and Gehazi went to meet her and inquired if all was well with her husband and her son. But she did not come to see Gehazi. He did not make the promise. So she said to him, "It's all right." And did not stop until she got to the man of God. And there she fell at his feet and asked, "Didn't I ask you not to toy with my emotions? Didn't I tell you that this one thing was too important to play with?" And Elisha could see the pain about the death of his promise. So he gets ready to send Gehazi with his staff so that he might touch the boy with it and revive him. But this mother says, "All right, you come." And I'm not leaving here without you. As the Lord lives, and as you live yourself, I will not leave without you. So Elisha goes back with her to Shunem, with Gehazi ahead with the staff, which he lays on the boy to no avail. Then the prophet comes. He prays. He puts his mouth on the boy's mouth. He puts his eyes on the boy's eyes. And he took his hands and put them on the boy's hands. And the child, the promise, lives again. I believe that's a model for ministry. We've got to put our mouths on the mouths of those who are dying. We've got to speak life to those dying. We've got to take our eyes off some of the stuff where we have our eyes. Come on. And focus on the eyes of those who are dying right before us. In order for some resurrection. You got to take these hands. And they might have to get a little dirty. And that's all right. There's plenty of sanitizer. But we've got to take our hands. And we've got to reach down and lift some folk up. We've got to lift as we climb. And it says that the prophet walked to and fro the room. Long King, you got to walk to and fro Secession. St. James, you got to walk to and fro Cherry. All y'all other churches, whatever streets y'all on, y'all got to walk to and fro and preach the living word to dying people. We preachers would have to go into some dead homes and touch in order